Hey guys, it's Francesca Witzburg here, the trademark attorney. I am really excited. This is the first Legal Limelight I've done by myself in a while. We've had some incredible guests. So today I'm going to take the opportunity to talk about some of the major legal pitfalls that I keep seeing over and over and over again with clients. Hey guys, good to see you all. I know I'm a little bit late, but I got my hair done today. Okay, so 3 major common legal pitfalls that I keep seeing over and over and over again. Number 1, people not registering their trademarks. So there is a common conception that goes around, and I'll explain why it's common, that you do not have to register your trademark. The reason why that's a common belief is because under the law, technically in the United States, registration is not required. However, there is a major caveat to that. If you do not register your trademark, your rights are only limited to the geographic region where you're using the mark. Now, what the heck does that mean in terms of online businesses, coaches, NFTs, Web3, any online sales or e-com platforms, anyone who's offering their products or services online? This is a major problem. So the reason why that is a misconception that, hey, I don't have to register my trademark, it is a major problem because when you don't do it, you have to figure out where your rights are. So I see Daniel on here, re-registered law broker in the US. Hey Daniel, he's killing it right now. But so that's the reason why people like Daniel and businesses like Law Broker come to me, because they know if you have a strong brand name and you're about to go out and market and hustle and get PR and be all over, if you don't go and file for the trademark registration, someone else can come in and swoop ahead of you. So that's the second reason why you should also register a trademark. The first is that if without a registration, your rights are limited to the geographic region where you're operating. Who knows what that means? I don't, it's confusing. And so if I don't understand, we need litigators to fight over that, and it becomes a very expensive problem. So the way you get around it is by filing a registration. It gives you a presumption of rights in all 50 states. So that means that yes, you have rights in all 50 states. However, if someone wanted to challenge it, they could. But it's very important to have the registration. Without registration, your rights are very limited. Okay, and then the second reason why it's important to register is because people are registering names. There's an increase in the registrations that we're seeing. So right now, a lot of clients are coming to me, unfortunately, because they've used a name for a while and someone told them either that you don't need to register the name or don't worry about it until your brand becomes big. And what's happening is other people are getting ahead of them and registering the names. So while it's very affordable to register your trademark, it is extremely expensive in financial terms and emotional terms to now have to go and defend your name and try to get someone to stop using it or stop registering it if they registered ahead of you. I have had 3 cases this week of that, where clients have used their names for a while. They never thought to register it as a trademark. Now all of a sudden someone's registering. Immediately it's an expensive battle that we have to handle. Versus if a client came to me and said, hey, I have my registration, my trademark's registered, these people are knocking off my brand, can we send them a demand letter? It's much easier and much more cost efficient to do it that way. Without a registration, it's a nightmare. So that is the number 1 common pitfall I'm seeing. Businesses, entrepreneurs, and creatives failing to register their trademarks. And we see it's because there's this conception going around that you don't have to register, which is partly because in the US, it's not required under the law. But everyone's gonna know now watching this that if you don't register, you have rights, but they are super limited. Okay, awesome. Thanks guys for commenting. It's so good to see you, Maddie, Nat Legally Fond, Daniel, what's up, Jessica, Thanks guys for tuning in. Okay, so that is pitfall number 1. Number 2, not protecting your content. This can be your courses, your photos, your images, anything that you've created may be protected under what's called a copyright. Many people are failing, or they just don't know. They think that, okay, well, I've created it, it's out there, and if someone knocks off my stuff, I'll deal with it then. The problem with that is if you don't have a registration, okay? The Supreme Court ruled on this. You need a registration in order to sue. So if you don't have a registration, someone's knocking off your stuff, you send them a note saying, hey, back off. Without a registration, that letter is like waving an empty gun at someone. Yes, it could probably be a little scary, but if they come back, if they're sophisticated and say, hey, show me your registration, and you don't have one, it's a problem. So definitely protect your content. Then the last piece is your contracts. Use contracts. This is a major pitfall. I'm also seeing clients come to me saying, I did a deal with a friend, I did a deal with someone that I got referred to, or I did a deal with a big company or a small company, and we either didn't have a contract or we had a really shitty agreement. Maybe it was just a one-page document with a couple of terms that you wanted to agree to. This is a problem that I'm seeing. So now, what could have been a very simple way of having both sides come together, figuring out exactly what you wanted, having your lawyer advocate for you and draft a document that's going to protect all of your interests. Now you have to come to the lawyer and fight over what actually you guys agreed to. Because even without a written contract, there is an agreement. The only problem is figuring out what the heck was agreed to. So it's going to be a matter of looking at emails, looking at texts, trying to figure out what it was that you guys agreed to. And whenever there's that gray area or lawyers having to piece things together, I want you to think expensive dollar signs. So with that, it is way more cost efficient to get a contract done the right way at the beginning, instead of having a legal situation and a nightmare, frankly, down the road if something goes wrong. And I hate to say it, but things do. It's what I deal with on a daily basis. But my job is to help businesses and creatives and individuals protect themselves. It doesn't matter. You don't have to be a Fortune 500 company anymore. I'm registering individuals' names, doctors, coaches, course creators. I am protecting their names on a daily basis because people now understand the value in having their brands registered. I'm on a mission to educate everyone because it's so much cheaper when someone comes to me to register their name instead of someone saying, hey, I've been using my name for a while, now so-and-so's knocking me off, what can we do? It's very expensive and it's emotionally expensive. So that's it. Those 3 legal pitfalls, please avoid them. Now you guys know now you're aware and you know what to do. If you have any questions, either DM me or click on the link in my bio. I have a 15-minute discovery call if you're eager to get protected and don't want to wait for any expensive legal issues. That's my MO, getting everyone protected and saving money. So I'm happy to chat. Thanks guys for tuning in. This is Legal Limelight and I will see you next Thursday.